right, we're gonna do some Pilates. I have 3-pound weights today. So if you don't have those, you could grab something small like water bottles or soup cans. And then that's all we're gonna use today as far as props. And then go ahead and take a seat. So we're gonna start just sitting. We can let those shoulders roll down out of the ears. Nice and tall, hands to the tops of the legs or the knees. Close your eyes. We're actually just gonna begin with a few deep breaths today. So we're gonna inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And each time we take a new inhale, I want you to think about filling up the lungs a little bit more. And with each new exhale, completely emptying out the lungs. So imagine the lungs are like a sponge. We're inhaling to fill that sponge. And exhaling, completely wringing that sponge out nice and dry. 2 more breaths. Last one. Keep the eyes closed, hands in the legs or the knees. And now as we inhale, we're gonna lift the heart up. So shoulders kind of roll down the back of the neck gets longer, crown of the head reaches. This is a little bit of upper back extension. You're pressing into the sit bones. And then on the exhale, we're gonna hollow out and you're rounding the spine into a C curve from the crown of the head to the tailbone, right? So you're tucking your tail a little bit underneath you. We inhale, you lift the heart up. We exhale, you round, tuck that tail. 2 more. Lift, exhale, round. Last one. Inhale it up. Exhale. And re-round. Come back to the center. Sit up tall and let those eyes just flutter back open. All right, so from here, what we're gonna do is a little bit of ankle and toe stretching. So now you sit, you're gonna squeeze the legs together and you're gonna sit on your heels. We're gonna do the ankle stretching first. So if this doesn't feel available, I'll do a standing variation to show you if this doesn't feel okay in your knees. First, we're just gonna try the seated variation. Sit on, squeeze the legs together, sit on your heels, walk your hands back, lift your heart up, lean a little back. So what we're doing right now is we're opening the front of the legs, the front of the ankles. We breathe. No weight really in the shoulders, just chest staying lifted, gaze staying forward. Just breathe. Super slow motion. We start to bring the feet back, legs back down to the floor. We walk ourselves up. Okay. And then I'll show you the standing variation. So if that doesn't feel okay in your body, you can either do that one more time or the standing variation. You're gonna take your foot back behind you and just kind of lean onto that foot a little bit. And we have to do one at a time when we stand, right? So you breathe, and then foot comes down, and then go to that other side. So you're either doing a second set of that kneeling and leaning back to open up the front of the legs and the ankles, or you're doing the standing variation, just pointing your toes back, top of the foot to the earth. And then go ahead and bring it down. Okay, now is the toes. Toes can be a little bit more intense. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna tuck your toes under, and that means even that pinky toe is gonna go tucked under. So you might have to make sure. And then feet together, and you're gonna sit back on your heels. Now, You're gonna feel that intense stretch, right? Waist to lessen the stretch. Hands can come forward. Some of your body weight will shift off your heels, and that will become a less intense stretch. So completely up to you. So I'm gonna come a little forward. I haven't done this in a while. So generally, I like to do this a lot in my yoga classes that I teach when we were in the studio, because a lot more people were wearing shoes. So shoes kind of like scrunch your feet up into these little kind of non-natural shapes, right? Non-ergodynamic shapes. And this is a nice way to kind of release that and let your toes kind of stretch out and breathe. But since we're not really, some people are still wearing those shoes, but since a lot more of us are not really wearing those kind of stuffy shoes, I haven't really been incorporating this into as much of my classes, but it's still a good stretch. So take one more breath where you are. Notice how those feet are feeling. And then let's shift off the feet, untuck the toes, and sit back. Okay, so we're actually gonna start today with the upper body with these 3-pound weights. Find a comfortable seat, whatever that looks like for you. You can always stand too if that feels better in your body. Grab your weights. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring the elbows back. We're gonna flip the palms in. Elbows are just directly underneath those shoulders. We're gonna move from the shoulder rather than the elbows. So the elbow's gonna stay bent in this kind of 90 degree bend. And you're gonna lift the arms up so that the elbows are now in front of the shoulders. And we're gonna open them out, and then we're gonna reach them out to the side walls. You're gonna bend the elbows, you're gonna close it, and then we're gonna keep the elbows back and we're gonna bring them down under the shoulders. So there's 4 parts to this move. Lift the heart, sit up tall, elbows go in front of the shoulders. Elbows go as wide as the shoulders. And then we extend, and then we bring it back, we close it, and we lower them. All right. So we're lifting from underneath the arms, right? Oh, I almost forgot that part. Reach out. Bend, you're thinking lats. Lift it up. Reach them out. Extend. Yeah, notice how those arms are moving today, right? So my left arm doesn't really want to extend all the way, and that's okay. Trying to keep the top of the arm stable while we extend the forearms. That's it. Reach it up, bring it out, reach, bring it back, close it up, lower it down, couple more. Lift, reach it out. Extend to the side walls, bend, and lower. Last 2. All right, and last 1. Lift it up, elbows wide, extend, bring it back, bring it in, and lower it down. All right, nice job. We're gonna do some rotator cuff, just lower down. So elbows stay close to the side body for this. The idea is like you're squeezing a towel underneath each arm, so the top of your arm doesn't really leave your side body. And then we open from the shoulders, right? So you get wide, and then we close. Exhale, open, and then we inhale, close. We exhale to open, and then we inhale to close. Exhale, open, inhale, close, open, close. Let's add on. Open. Let's do a little curl from the sides. Bring it back out, and close. Open. Curl. Reach it out and close. Open. You got it. Reach it out. Close. Open. Little curl. And close. Let's do 4 more. Last 3. Squeeze it in. 2. 1. So good. Okay. So the last little piece we're gonna do are some overhead shoulders. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna take the arms, let's go back into that shape, we'll lift it up. So the elbows are in front of the shoulders here. You're gonna do your little rotator open. Now we're gonna punch up. Then you're gonna bend, and then you're gonna close it. So we're lifting up a little higher, it's a little heavier up in those shoulders, right? We're still watching that the shoulders don't rise to the ears and the back of the neck stays nice and long. Upper back, punch it up. We are gonna add to this as well, right? So let's do one more and then we'll add. All right, so now what we're gonna do is, we're gonna, in these little goalposts, you're gonna flip it, forearms parallel to the floor. Flip it, perpendicular. Close, open, punch it up, right? So we go flip, flip, close, open, punch it up. Almost there. Flip, flip, close, open, punch it up. That's it. 2 more. Flip, close, punch. Keep that lift. You're moving from underneath the arms. Flip, close, punch. All right. Let's take the weights down. Do some shoulder shrugs, right? So just get those shoulders down and back. A stretch. And then we're gonna go on to some core work. So I'm gonna have you sitting right in the middle of your mat. Let's plant the soles of our feet down. We're gonna go hip width distance apart. We're gonna do a few of these without the weights and we're gonna add the weights on if that feels available to you. Hands to shins. You're gonna tuck the tail underneath you. Shoulders out of the ears, gaze stays forward, chin parallel to the floor. And you're gonna start to go back just about to the back of your pelvis is flat on the mat. You take an inhale, and then we exhale and we slowly come up. Inhale here, exhale, go back. Inhale, pause, exhale, come up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. That's it. Go back. Come up. One more. Inhale. Now exhale. Curl it under. Pause. And then come up. All right, now, second option for the second set, grab your weights. You can extend those arms. Same idea. Shoulders out of the ears, arms are shoulder height. Hollow out, go back. Pause. Exhale, come up. Sit up tall. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep moving like that. Let my dogs in because they're barking up a storm. So you exhale to go back. You inhale, you pause. You exhale, you come back up. They're fine. 2 more. It's one of those mornings where they're barking at the trees. Go back. Come up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. So good. All right, go ahead and take a little tiny moment of rest. We're gonna do some obliques next. So for the obliques, we're gonna go back into that C curve. We're gonna stay back there. And we're gonna do some rotation of the torso. Weights or no weights, your choice. Arms extend. Hollow up, go back. Okay, so if you're gonna hold the weights or without, you're just gonna interlace your fingers together, right? Elbows are gonna go wide. You can keep your feet down for the first set. You're gonna keep that length through the spine. We're just gonna twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the right. Pelvis doesn't move. You're twisting the ribs. Shoulders out of the ears. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Last 2. And 1. come to center, and then come up. Sit up tall at the top, shoulders out of the ears. Okay, so we're gonna go back. You're gonna float the feet for the second set if that feels available to you, okay? Otherwise, keep the feet down. Nice full inhale. Exhale, go back. Maybe the feet float. And we twist. Left, center, right, and center. Belly in, twist. And twist. Pelvis doesn't move. This is upper body. And twist. And twist. We got 2 more. Twist. And twist. We come to center. Feet come down. We come up. All right, nice job, you guys. So, we are going to come onto our backs now. Sit in the middle. Feet down. Arms forward. Shoulders out of the ears. Go back. All right, so back of the head is going to rest down onto your mat. Arms are down by your sides. Heels are underneath the knees. Everything is hip width here. Belly pulls in and up. We're going to go for our bridging first. Just 1 set of a neutral spine or flat back. Nice full inhale. Exhale, left. Squeeze those glutes. Pause, take a sip of air. Exhale, hinge and lower. Reach your tailbone towards your heels. Inhale here. Exhale, left. Squeeze. Pause at the top. Take a sip of air. Exhale, reach the tailbone towards the heels as you lower. Inhale. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Pause, take a sip of air. Exhale, tailbone to the heels as you lower. Inhale. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Pause, take a sip of air. Exhale, hinge and lower. Last one, belly pulls in. Nice full inhale. Exhale, lift it up. Hold it at the top. Squeeze everything. Pelvis stays nice and level here. Take the left leg up. Extend it to the ceiling. Bend the knee. Lower the foot down. Take the right leg up. Extend it up. Bend the knee. Lower down. Pelvis is lifted and level. Left leg up. Reach. Bend. Lower. Right leg up. Reach. Bend. Lower. Keep that nice lift. Keep the hips even. Take a sip of air. And then hinge to lower. Tailbone towards the heels. Knees go left. And knees go right. Stretch. Breathe. Bring it back to center. All right, so now we're going to do some core. Grab those weights. They shouldn't have been far from you if you like to. So every time we use those weights, remember, they're optional. Elbows close to the ribs. You're making a little kind of right angle shape with those arms, first over the elbows. So what we're going to do here, we're going to take an inhale. We're going to exhale. You're going to extend those arms, reach them up. Now you're going to lift the chest, and we're going to reach. We're going to scoop up, and we're going to look towards the knees. Arms come pretty parallel to the tops of the legs. Inhale. Exhale, come back. And bring those elbows back down, right? So we're going to bring the elbows in close to the side body. Nice full inhale. Exhale. Reach. Lift. Belly pulls in. Arms go up. Elbows bend down. Exhale. And pull the belly in. Reach. Lower. Hand bend. Exhale. Pull the belly in and reach. And then we lower. And then we bend. We got 4 more. Extend. Lift it up. Lower it down. And bend. Exhale. Lift. Lower. And bend. Last 2. Re-reach. We lift. We lower. And we bend. Last one. We extend. We lift. We lower. And then we bend. All right, nice job. So second set, what we're going to do is flip those legs. Pelvis stays stable. Belly pulls in. We put the legs up to tabletop. Feet off the floor. Okay. So for this one, what we're going to do, I'm just going to fix my hair because I keep landing on it weird. We're going to grab those weights again. We're going to start with the straight arms reaching up to the ceiling. So gentle bend in the elbows, wrists over the shoulders. Now on the exhale, what we're gonna do is we're gonna lift the chest. We're gonna extend from the shoulders and reach the arms. We're gonna reach the legs. So again, we're thinking parallel arms and legs. Bend the knees, arms reach over the shoulders as the head relaxes to the mat. We've got 7 more. 4 more. Look at the knees when you come up. Last 3. So close. Last 2. Point those toes. Keep those legs long. Last 1. Hold it here for 4, 3, 2, and then come down. All right. Feet to the floor. Knees go left. Knees go right. Little baby windshield wipers. Okay, we're gonna do some arm circles next, you guys. So you have the option of lifting the chest if you like, keeping the head down, feet to the floor, or feet float. Your choice, right? So we got lots of options. Take those arms up. I'm gonna lift my chest. Nice full inhale. Belly pulls in, lift up, and look at those knees. Arm circles. Arms lower. They go out. They reach up over the shoulders, and then they come back down. And we're gonna do 4, so 3 more. We're gonna reach it up, open. Reach it up, over the shoulders, down, out, up, down, belly pulls in and up, up, and down, lower. Knees go left, knees go right. We're gonna reverse, right? We're gonna do 4 in the other direction. This is actually something we do on the reformer, right? So we're gonna reach those arms up. Now we will always remember in the arm circles, we're using our shoulders as the guide. We don't go past the shoulders or over the head. Nice full inhale. Exhale, I'm gonna have you lift, right? The arms are gonna stay up because we're reversing. We're gonna go out, and then in, and then up. Gentle bend in the elbows, right? We wanna keep the joints safe. And 2 more. Out. In. Up. Last 1. Out. In. Up. And lower down. Okay. So let's take the legs up to tabletop one more time. Belly pulls in. Knee over the hip. Knee over the hip. Arms are going to go out wide. They're floating off the floor. Gentle bend in the elbows. Palms are going to face up. We take an inhale. We're going to do a hug with the arms as we lift the chest up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Belly pulls in and up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Open from the chest. Inhale. 4 more. Think lats. Last 2. Sorry, 3. I'm already messing up my counts. 2. Here we go. And 1. All right, lower it down. Nice job. We're going to get into those obliques next. Take the arms up. Interlace the fingers. You can hold on to 1 weight or 2 weights. It's totally up to you. I just want a gentle bend in your elbows. Let's take the legs. Walk them to tabletop. Belly pulls in. We're going to squeeze the legs together for this. So we take an inhale. We're going to let the knees fall a tiny, tiny bit to the left. Not so much to the left that the right hip lifts up off the ground. Just a tiny little twist. We're going to take an inhale on the exhale. Lift and reach up over to the right. Inhale, center. Knees to the right. Exhale, lift and twist to the left. Inhale, center. Knees to the left. Exhale, lift and twist to the right. Inhale, knees right. Lift and twist left. You guys got it. Keep moving like that. Look at the weights or your palms. Belly pulls in and up. Try to keep the knees in line with the hips. Don't let them fall too far, too close to the center of your body, too far to the floor. Try to peel the shoulder blades off the mat. All right, that's it. We got 4 more. Get into that side body. Last 3. 2. 1. Lower. Feet to the floor. Elbows come in close. So good, you guys. We're almost there. Okay, so we're gonna do our double leg stretch next. Knees to the chest. Again, with or without weights, your option. If you're gonna have the weights, your hands just go to the shins, right? Elbows go wide. Take a nice full inhale and then the exhale, let's lift. Look at the knees, pull the belly in. Inhale, softness in the elbows, move from the shoulders, arms overhead, legs extend. Exhale, circle it, pull it in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Feet to the floor and lower the head. So good, you guys. We are done with this little piece of core. For now, extend the legs. We're gonna do 1 roll up to come up. Arms up, shoulders out of the ears. Nice full inhale. Exhale, lift. Roll. Imprint the spine and stretch. So good. Okay, sideline legs. Let's do a little bit of glute work. So I'm gonna have you lay down on your left side. So you can prop yourself up. You can kind of rest your left ear the inside of your left arm, right? So keeping the nice length in your spine. Bottom left knee is gonna be bent, just resting on the floor. Top right leg presses out, heel in line with your right sit bone. All right, so the first one we're gonna do, we're gonna take this right leg and we're gonna open it so that the leg is a little bit of rotation in just the hip, kind of spiraling the femur in the hip socket. Point your right toes, inhale, lift a straight right leg up, exhale, flex, push and lower down. Now we're trying to lower the heel to the same place each time. We inhale, we lift, exhale, press, reach the heel away as you lower. Inhale, point and lift. Exhale, press, reach, lower. 2 more. Lift, lower. Last one. Lift and lower. Now that right leg is lowered. We're going to point the right toes. You're going to trace a line to the bottom left leg as you bend the knee in. And we lift, we flex, we lower. We're just adding on to that movement. We point the toe, we bend the knee, we trace the line. Don't hike the right hip. Lift, flex, lower. 3 more. Point, trace, extend, flex, lower. Point, trace, extend, lower. I'm having a hard time counting today. We're going to do 1 more. And flex and lower. All right, we're going to reverse. Lift that leg up, bend that knee, trace the line, extend. Flex to lift a straight leg from the hip. Bend the knee, point the toes, trace the line. 3 more. Lift. Bend. Trace. Last 2. Lift. Bend. Trace. Last 1. Lift. Bend. Trace. Now those right toes are pointed. The hip is slightly open. Lift the leg and begin to draw some circles. I want 10 in each direction. So we're here for 8. I'm going forward for my first set. 7, 6, basketball or dinner plate size. 5, just a straight right leg moves from the hip. 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, go the other way. That's it. For 10, or for 8, I'm sorry, we already did 10. 7, I did 2 without counting. 6, 5, belly in and up. 4, 3, 2, 1. So good, you guys. Lower that right leg down. Let's roll into our back. Stretch the right hip out. Okay, go for your figure 4. God, I'm just gonna loosen up my hair a little here. And then maybe even release the fingers behind that left thigh. Pull that left knee in. Just breathe as we open up the right hip. One more breath, and then we're gonna switch sides. Okay, take it down. And then go ahead and let's go on to our right side. We're gonna work the left hip. So same idea, lay it down. Maybe you tuck the arm behind you, maybe you come up onto your elbow, you got some options. Bottom right leg can stay bent, it's kind of like your kickstand. Top left leg extends. Bring the heel back in line with the sit bone, and then let's externally rotate, right? So we're gonna flex the foot. We're gonna point actually on the way up. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, flex and lower. Inhale, point, lift. A straight left leg moves for the hip. Exhale, flex and lower. Torso stays long. We're trying not to scrunch up that hip, right? Point and lift. Flex and lower. Inhale. Exhale. Now, we're going to point, trace the line, lift, flex and lower. We point, we trace the line, we lift, we flex, we lower. Point, trace, lift, flex and lower. Point, trace, lift, flex and lower. Last one, point, trace, lift, flex and lower. Now we flex, lift a straight leg, point at the top, bend, trace, lengthen, flex, lift, bend and point, trace and lengthen, flex, lift, bend, point, and then lengthen, almost there, flex, lift, bend, point, lengthen, last two, flex, lift, bend, trace and lengthen, last one, flex, lift, bend, point, and lengthen. Now the left toes are pointed, the hip is slightly open. Start to draw those basketball dinner plate size circles for 8, 7, 6, hip over hip, shoulder over shoulder, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, reverse it, go the other way. You got this, we're almost there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower. Okay, roll into your back, let's stretch. Alrighty, left ankle over the right knee. Either pushing that left knee away or interlacing the fingers. Pulling into the chest. All we have to do here is breathe. Stretching is so important. Okay, bringing the foot down to the floor. Feet down, knees go left, knees go right. Okay, we're gonna rock up. We're gonna do some rolling like a ball today. So reach your arms up, take a nice full inhale, exhale, let's lift it up. Let's lift it all the way to our seat. And then I want you to sit right at the top of your mat. So rolling like a ball is not suggested for people with osteoporosis or anything going on with their cervical spine. So you would leave this out. You could roll onto your back. You could practice some chest lifting or even some toe tapping with your head down, okay? Hands to your tops of your legs or your shins, and your elbows go nice and wide. And then you're gonna start to hollow out. You're thinking about a rounded shape of your spine, and you're looking at the space between your knees. Hug your knees in as close as you can. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna exhale, go back, and exhale on that same exhale, you come up, then we inhale, pause at the top. So take your inhale to prepare, pull those knees in, elbows wide, hollow out. So your head floats, you're not rolling back onto your head or neck, and your feet float at the top. 2 more. Last one. Come on, stay up. Bring your shins parallel to the floor. Bring your arms alongside your body. See if you can lean it back. For 4, lift your chest. 3, 2, and go ahead and sit up tall. Stretch out that back. Lift and lengthen. Breathe. Let my doggies come in because you're crying out there. No crying. Okay. So let's come on. No. Let's get onto our bellies. We're gonna do some planks and some upper back extension. Maybe it wasn't a good idea for you to listen in. Okay, come on, we're gonna knock that over. Let's go. Such a dog mom. I heard them crying. I'm like, they're crying. They need to come in. Okay, come all the way onto your belly. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna have our hands under the shoulders, our elbows wide. Tops of the feet are gonna go down. We're gonna inhale. We're gonna lift everything off the mat. You're gonna keep the elbows bent. You're gonna lift the palms up, the legs up, the chest up, right? Inhale, lift. Now we're gonna come down. You're gonna keep the palms under the shoulders. We're gonna tuck the toes. We're gonna lift up to a plank, right? Nice full exhale to come up. You're trying to keep the spine in a nice long line. And then we inhale at the top, we hold. Exhale, see if you can come down in a nice long line. Inhale, everything lifts. Exhale, hands down, toes tuck. Lift up to your plank. Inhale. Exhale. Lower. Inhale. And tuck the toes, hands plant under the shoulders. Exhale. And then inhale, pause. Exhale. And we lower. Inhale. Exhale. Belly pulls in. Get those legs active. That's it. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And lower. We got 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Woo-hoo. Inhale. And exhale. Tuck those toes so you can get that spine nice and long. Inhale. Exhale. That's it. Last inhale. Lift. Hold it here. Lift, lift, lift. Point those toes. Get those glutes active. Shoulders out of the ears for 4. For 3. For 2. Lower it down. All right. Turn your head. Bend your knees if you need to. Breathe. Whew. That was a good one. Okay. Nice job. Turn your head to the other side. You want to do those little windshield wipers, you can. Okay, we're going to do our second set of spinal extension. I'm going to have you grab your weights for these if you'd like, right? Optional. You're going to just have your hands on your weights and your elbows are going to go out a little bit wide. Chin, forehead, whatever, down on the mat so your spine is nice and long, tops of the feet down. Make sure they're not sickling in or out. We inhale. We're going to keep the legs down. We're going to lift the arms up so your weights will come up. You're going to reach your arms forward, bring it back, lower down on the exhale. Inhale, lift. Reach it, bring it back, lower it. Inhale, lift, reach it, bring it back, lower it. 3 more, lift, reach, back, lower. Last 2, tops of feet down, tuck it under. Reach, last 1. Reach, bring it back, lower. Hands under the shoulders, weights go aside. Sit back in a child's pose and stretch out your back. So good. Just breathe. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle your hips, whatever you're gonna do here. Okay. Come on up. And then let's do a little bit more glutes. Hands under the shoulders. Spread those fingers. You can be on your forearms if you prefer. Spine is gonna stay long, belly pulls in, reach your left leg back behind you. Now first you just wanna make sure everything's squared to your mat. Everything's pointing down at your mat, not rolling up to the sidewalls. Lift the left leg up, flex the toes point down, belly pulls in, and you're gonna cross the body. That left leg is gonna tap to the outside of the right foot. Lift it up, and then tap it to the left. And then lift, and then tap it to the right. Lift, tap it to the left. Lift, tap it to the right. Lift, tap left. Lift, right, lift, and left. And we're gonna be here for 8, 7. Don't let your pelvis move too much here, you guys. 6, push that floor away. Stabilize your shoulders. 5, 4, belly pulls in and up. 3, you got this. 2, last one, cross to the side. Now bring that left leg back in line, heel in line with the sit bone. Reach it out, press the floor away. Now lift that heel up, 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 up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's get ready to switch sides. So we're gonna do the right leg. Left knee just underneath that left hip. Come into your all fours position. And then extend that right leg back behind you. Heel in line with the sit bone. Square your hips to your mat. Push the floor away. Lift the right leg up. Cross the body and tap. Lift. Go out to the right. Lift. Cross the body and tap. Lift to the right and tap. Lift. Cross. Lift. Tap. Lift. And lift. Now we got 8 more. We tap. We tap. 7. Tap. And tap. Push the floor away. Keep the core ignited. Keep the spine long. That's it. Last 5. Tap. And tap. For 4. Tap. And tap. For 3. We're almost there. 2. Tap. And tap. 1. Tap. And tap. Now bring that right heel back in line with that right sit bone. Press it out behind you. Get those toes to rotate down. Now lift that right heel up. 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 Lift from your glute, not your back. You got it, you guys. For 4. For 3. For 2. And for 1. Knees to the earth. Toes tap in. Hips over the heels. Stretch it out. Breathe. Child's pose, or we call this shell pose in Pilates, right? Okay, let's do a side body stretch. Walk the hands left, push your right sit bone towards your right heel. If you want to go deeper, I like to tent the fingertips and not kind of, try not to like rest on the actual floor, float a little bit above it. Inhale, center. Press those sit bones back towards those heels and wiggle those hips around. And then exhale to the right. Left sit bone pushes towards that left heel. You're reaching through the left side of the body. Just open, 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 and breathe. Ooh. Breathing into that space between the ribs. Come back to center. Stretch it out, hips back, reach, 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 lengthen that lower back out. And then super slow, we're gonna stack it up. Come all the way up. All right, you guys. So good, we're almost there. Let's stretch. Shoulders up, back and down a couple times. Let's do the wrists. Let's flex the right palm away from you. Peel the fingertips back towards you. Get those tendons and ligaments in the wrist, right? A lot of the times we kind of super load those wrists, get them nice and stressed out. So let's try to breathe. And then let's switch. Left palm flexes away, peel those fingertips back, breathe. All right, let's just circle it out. Get the blood flowing. Get out all those little cricks and cracks. Alrighty. So let's take the feet forward by sitting nice and tall and extending the legs out. So if you need to sit up on a block or something, you can. If you want to just bend the knees a little bit, if you have tight hamstrings, you can do that too. I just want you to try to create length in your spine. So we're going to walk the feet forward. We're just going to point and flex the feet a couple times. The beginning of the class, you can kind of alternate two, one at a time. Beginning of the class, do those nice little toe stretches and that lengthening of the front of the leg and ankle. So we're just going to try to extend and bend and keep that for the rest of our day. Almost like you're kind of like pedaling or riding a bike. Just stretch out those ankles. And now let's open up the back of the legs, those hamstrings. So let's heel those, press the heels out a little further away from you so they're nice and tall. And then inhale the arms to the ceiling, shoulders go down out of the ears. Lift the heart up, take a sip of air. And then on the exhale, we're gonna hinge forward, we're gonna reach forward, and we're gonna come forward, and we're gonna find that little hamstring opening stretch. So heart lifts, hinge, stretch. And you wanna keep the lower back a little bit longer, but you can round from the upper back. The hamstrings are crazy tight. Take a couple more breaths. Slowly suck it up. And let's just finish with a spinal twist. Take your right foot, cross it over to the outside of the left knee. Sit up tall. I'm gonna hug my, grab for opposite elbows, right? Sit up really tall. Just kind of clasping my forearms over my right knee. Lift the heart up, push the sit bones down. Take a nice full inhale. And then the exhale, I'm gonna twist to the right. Left elbow hooks over that right knee. Shoulder goes out of the ear, chin stays parallel to the floor. And then exhale, go a little deeper in the twist. Inhale to center. And let's switch the legs out. Hands can come behind you while you gently switch the legs. Right heel in line with the right sit bone, left foot crosses over the right knee, grab opposite elbows, sit up tall. And then let's exhale, twist to the left. Right, the left knee just hugs in the crook of that right elbow. Shoulder goes down out of the ear. Chin stays parallel to the floor. We look over that left shoulder. Exhale, go a little deeper, belly pulls in. And then inhale to center. Let's sit tall, cross the legs, finishing with some breath. So we inhale the arms to the ceiling. We exhale the arms open wide as we bring the arms down by the side body. Two more. Inhale it up. Exhale, open. Last one. Inhale it up. And exhale. Thank you guys for joining me. I'll see you again in a few days.